Greetings and salutations. So we're in a little area just about a mile or so from Crockett, you know, where the train was. And you say, where's that crazy guy at today now, right? Well, I don't know if you can hear it in the background or not, but I hear a little bit of water rolling, right? And it's a place called Wyrick Springs. Now, you remember what I said about the economy, you know, and Jack? Well, let's walk over here a little closer and see what we can find. What do I see here? I see a nice little bridge there, right? And then I see a house back there, right? That's a water house. See down here? Little stream, right? It's pretty neat. Well, some of the slabs are still here today, right? So, let's get back over here in the shade where people still come today. And if you'll notice, there's probably a line of people parking up there now. I don't see them. Where'd they go? Yeah, there's people coming all over the place there. So, what this is, you see that? Wyrick Springs. And you see that big old hill up there behind us, right? Well, you'll notice right down here, see that water? It's coming straight out of the side of that big old hill behind me, right? Well, I'm gonna move over here so people can come down and get water, even today. So let's talk a little bit about that. So, Wyrick Springs story kind of started back in 1876, right? When this guy, E.R. Wyrick, purchased the land. And while he's building a fence around us, it's really swampy around here, you know. The spring house just burst out of a hole that he had dug for the fence, right? So, what did he do? He fenced it off. Now, he and a guy named C.B. Thomas from Wytheville, Virginia, decided to market the water, right? And they started bottling it. What? Bottled water? In 1876. Wow. So, they did something else that was really interesting. They built a bathhouse, right? And we'll get back to that. But the water was first carbonated. You know, it's kind of like making it like soda, right? So, but by the Wytheville Crystal Ice Company. So what they did then is, after having the water shipped to them via a train. Oh, there comes that train thing again. Helping boost the economy, right? In barrels with who the partners signed. They signed a 10-year contract to bottle water. What? And that was in 1906, right? Well, in 1911, there was a lady bought it, and she built what was called the Wyrick Inn on the site, right? Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So, in 1920, they upgraded Wyrick Inn and added electricity and installed a furnace so people could stay at the resort year-round. So what they did was they turned this into a place for relaxation, because it was rumored that there was healing waters, that all of that water that come up out of that mountain, see that over there, had all these minerals and good things in it, right? And people would lay in it and they would soak and just have a good old time, right? So, one of the things about it is in August. Oh, that's a good year. They're a good month. That's when I was born. But in 1935, the state kind of shut it down. They stopped letting them bottle the water here, right? So up until 1957, they just made it a home to live in. And that's when they tore it down. Very sad. Very, very sad. But let's get back to that water for a second. Did you know that our area of Virginia has an underground aquifer? Wait, what? What's that? An aquifer? That's water that's stored under the ground. But there are all kinds of traditions of, sorry, not traditions, but many things under the ground that, you know, underground rivers and streams, and that's why people dug wells around here, right? Well, even today, you can see that lots of people still come here to visit Wyrick Springs, right? Just to enjoy it, because it's very peaceful, very quiet. Now, if you ever get a chance to come here, there's one tradition, and it's a local tradition, that the first time you ever visit Wyrick Springs, remember that little pool of water where it was coming up out of the well house, out of the side of the mountain? You're supposed to dunk your head in it. Well, we've been talking a lot about trains and economy. We got another little place I want to take you tomorrow. I think you're really going to like this one. To be continued.